All right, class. So we're going to be continuing on with geometrics. We're on chapter 1, vocabulary. We're going to continue on. A comprehensive or cyclic and structured approach for transitioning individuals, groups, and organizations from a current state to a future state with intended business benefits is change management. An output of a schedule, this is number 11, of a schedule model, an output of a schedule model that presents linked activities with planned dates, durations, milestones, and resources, project schedule. Number 12, how a completed product will be deployed. Deployment plans. 13, a significant point or event in a project, program, or portfolio will be a milestone. 14, a type of schedule that presents milestones with planned dates will be a milestone schedule. 15, the degree to which a set of inherent characteristics fulfills requirements, we said was quality. An uncertain event or condition that, if it occurs, has a positive or negative effect on one or more project objectives, we said was a risk. 17, a repository in which outputs of risk management processes are recorded. That will be a risk register. A project document that summarizes information or individual project risks and the level of overall project risk. Risk report. A project document where information about issues is recorded and monitored. Issue log. A component of the project program or portfolio management plan that describes how, when, and whom information about the project will be administered and disseminated. Communications management plan. The series of phases that a project passes through from its start to its completion. Project life cycle. A series of phases that represent the evolution of a product from concept to delivery, growth, maturity, and to retirement. Product life cycle. Okay. Again, a series of phases that represent the evolution of a product life cycle. A document issued by the project initiator or sponsor that formally authorizes the existence of a project and provides the project manager with the authority to apply organizational resources to project activities will be the project charter. A grid that shows the project resources assigned to each work package. Responsibility assignment matrix. A matrix that compares current and desired stakeholder engagement levels. Stakeholder engagement assessment matrix. A project document that includes information about project stakeholders, including an assessment and classification of project stakeholders, would be a stakeholder register. Analysis of strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of an organization, project, or option is a SWOT analysis. Risks, assumptions, issues, and dependencies are called RAID for short, RAID. Visual tools that a project manager can use to evaluate costs and potential outcomes associated with certain project decisions would be a decision tree. Cause and effect decomposition tool used in project management. This method is used to determine the root cause of a problem so that improvements can be made. The effect represents the problem. It's called a fishbone or Ishikawa diagram. The approved version of a work product used as a basis for comparison to actual results is called the baseline. The approved version of a scope statement, work breakdown structure, and its associated WBS dictionary that can be changed using formal change control procedures and is used as the basis for comparison to actual results is the scope baseline. The approved version of a schedule model that can be changed using formal change control procedures and is used as the basis for comparison to actual results would be the schedule baseline. A bar chart of scheduled information where activities are listed on the vertical axis, dates are shown on the horizontal axis, and activity durations are shown as horizontal bars placed according to start and finish dates is called a Gantt chart. The approved version of the time-phased project budget, excluding any management reserves, which can be changed only through formal change control procedures and is used as a basis for comparison to actual results, is the cost baseline. The integrated scope, schedule, and cost baselines used for comparison to manage, measure, and control project execution is called a performance measurement baseline, or PMB for short. The uncontrolled expansion to product or project scope without adjustments to time, cost, and resources is called the scope creep. Goals we try to reach or strive to uphold is called the aspirational standards. These must be followed. This is a requirement that will prohibit certain actions, will be mandatory standards. An assignment that can be delegated within a project management plan such that the assigned resource incurs a duty to perform the requirements of the assignment is called responsibility. Requirements imposed by a governmental body. These requirements can establish product, process, or service characteristics, including applicable administrative provisions that have government mandated compliance are called regulations. And as you can see over here, we have a whole pathway of a career that deals with what? That deals with regulation, right? We have over here on this board the different regulation pathways to strive to protect our health, safety, and environment, as well as what? Ensure the integrity of our financial, transportation, and public utilities industries. These individuals enforce the laws and regulations made by the government. Individuals should possess strong investigation, interviewing, auditing, and reporting skills, as well as thorough understanding of ethics, laws, and regulations. And the example careers will include financial examiner, compliance manager, safety specialist, utility meter reader, fish and game warden, fraud investigator, building inspector, and transportation inspector. We're on the vocabulary, by the way. We're doing a review with the vocabulary. I'm going to go back because I don't have this recorded on this meeting that we have right here, this lecture. I'm going to go back to number 1 because on the flashcards, I think we started number. But number 1, the person assigned by the performing organization to lead the team that is responsible for achieving the project objectives. Obviously, that is you, the project manager. The application of knowledge, skills, tools, and techniques to project activities or to project activities to meet the project requirements is project management. A stakeholder or an individual, group, or organization that may be affected by, or perceive itself to be affected by a decision, activity, or outcome of a project, program, or portfolio is the, what we said, stakeholder. Projects, programs, subsidiary portfolios, and operations managed as a group to achieve strategic objectives would be a portfolio. A project management plan is the document that describes how the project will be executed, monitored, and controlled, and closed or finished. The product scope tells us the features and functions that characterize a product, service, or result. Governance is the framework for directing and enabling an organization through its established policies, practices, and other relevant documentation. Budget, the approved estimate for the project or any work breakdown structure, component, or any schedule activity. A hierarchical decomposition of the total scope of work to be carried out by the project team to accomplish the product objectives and create the required deliverables would be the work breakdown structure. And I think we're done with from there. And then we have project 1. We're almost to the quiz. And I'm going to end this recording here and start another one talking about project 1. Please make sure you go over those vocabulary, very important for the Project Management Institute Ready certification exam, okay, that you will be taking very soon.